Bro, I swear, Streamlabs like messes up like once a day. What the heck? But good morning, guys. Welcome to today's live show. We notice that okay. Can we just say one thing here, right? Can we just say something at the beginning of this stream and really give ourselves a pat on the back for because remember how we were feeling when this was crossing down, how much risk we really thought there was, and how we were just saying, okay, but we really need to pay attention to the price action because if the price action's still showing well and just retesting into here, it can be at least take more time. Right. So I think that's a very, very good thing for us to acknowledge is the fact that we were watching this very closely and we're overall benefiting from it right now. And we're just really waiting for the SPY or the Qs or some kind of reason for this market to pop or drop, really. I mean, you're in the area right now where momentum is saying up, the 2 hour is saying up, the daily is saying it's perfectly fine if it wants to go up. And we have some key levels to test above us. But for the time being, we just haven't seen that boom kind of moment. So we're always aware of how it can roll. Interesting stuff, really. All right, let me turn on this thing real quick. We'll get into that chat for a bit. Qs, let's just pop over to there. Like, this is very simply make the new high. You can see how the divergence is violated as of right now and about to be on the RSI. So these type of confirmations, this would have to roll like right now to really still be bad. We're looking for some potential news to see if the Qs can go test something like 529.01 today. That would be a new high for that slow grind kind of move higher that I was talking about. I did notice something with IWM trying to get a little bit of positivity in here. IWM, once again, behaving very, very nicely. Good stuff, man. Go page for life trading. I don't like your clown. I hate clowns. I'm actually really scared of clowns too. Like, don't worry about it. Like, I actually am. It's one of my weird things. Hymns. Yeah, we might change that around. JP's been pretty good lately. Like as far as what's been going on with chaos in the world, the last few times JP's talked, he's at least kept a calm tone. I don't think we can call him a clown anymore, so I think I got to change my my live stream thumbnail. Like, yeah, he might have done some things wrong, done some things right, but at least in a time where everything's chaotic and people are telling you to lose your mind, he's like, don't lose your mind. We're waiting for data. Mr. Joshua, you know this ain't that early. Well, I don't know where you're at. For me, I wake up at like 7 a.m. every day. Market for me doesn't open for like hour and a half. Sometimes I wake up at like 5 though. I'm crazy. Hymns. Yo, Hymns doing what it needs to do right now. Like, let's just woo. Hims, oh shit. Hymns is doing it. This is nice, right? Okay, breaking down, fail to make new high, break down again, fail to make new high, break down again, make new high. Not from over here, but right here. New high, new sequence. Pulls down, grabs liquidity. Yeah, let's erase some of this because this is actually good stuff in the bars. It's actually pretty good for a 30-minute here. Retest into who? Those buyers in the fair value and off of the 5-day moving average, able to produce a new high, doing what? Retesting into the buyers again, and we see more upside to take out all of the sellers. This is very, very good for Hims. Yeah, that could be a daily higher low. I mean, once you go make new highs, you're always aware of traps, but you'd be looking for at least a 2 push higher. So maybe this is able to extend for a little bit of time. I would look for, the structure to form, right? You could do something like this, come back down into it, go again. That seems like a likely scenario to play out there. Looks good, though. Hopefully it continues to be good. What's it in Arizona? Yeah, Psychology of Money by, I think it's Morgan Housel. The Psychology of Money. Very, very good. It just calms you down when thinking about money and tells you like, hey, just give yourself plenty of time, like control what you can control kind of thing. It's really nice. Is that Dollar General? Is that still a thing? Are we still looking at this? You probably shouldn't be looking at this. That's divergence. And held with price action. It's not the right thing there. Oh, yeah, this thing's squeezing, though. So this divergence was violated. So you go for the third push. Ooh, oh, there it is. It's literally up right now. I was looking at this. I was like, "Where's the price?" Okay. Oh, it's way fucking up here. This is actually pretty dope. Like for wow, and you don't even have to. You're dipping down into buyers and just seeing it right away. That's crazy. So this is like kind of mega bullish, actually. Like this could squeeze even further. So the reason for that is the extreme buyers came in at these levels and these levels. Notice that you only had to dip down to like here and then popped off. But is this earnings? Is this fucking earnings today? You baiting me into talking about an earnings? Yeah, it's literally an earnings play. So price action told you it was going to remain good. Price action showed you the way higher, right? Corrective 1, 2, 3, new fresh 1. Come down, see that come into those buyers in here, get the next move, right? Pretty much it's whenever something like this gets violated, right? Something like this does not fully reverse the stock and you see a big move like that, you say, okay, it can always go for 2 pushes. That's like what I always do. I'm always like, if we get one more ramp up, all right, we just faked all this out, okay, then we're going to go again. Earnings though, 50-50 flip. You would have heard me say like, yeah, price action wise, people will try to buy it here. What happens from here is just any man's guess. It looks pretty damn bullish. I don't really see too much worrisome things. Oh, maybe weekly. Oh. Yeah, you're still pretty fine here though. Yeah. I mean, you feel a lot safer above here. You get above, you see this surge above 125, then you're looking for pullbacks. I know that's really, really extended, but I mean, look at the sellers in there. Damn, it's kind of crazy. I was sitting there looking at it, I was like, where's the freaking price of the stock? Excuse me. If anyone is here and in need of the monthly expected moves this morning, let's look at those for a second. I know the new month began, and I want to make sure you guys have it. So for the SPY, we will give it to you for free for the SPY and the QQQ. We see 618.01 to the upside. Pretty big move there. 560.77 to the downside. Anything jobs related is mainly what's going to move this market. So you got Jolt's job openings at 9 a.m. That is supposed to be decreasing. Job quits 9 a.m. Some bunch of little pieces of data there, and then ISM services PMI. Then over the weekend, or sorry, on Friday, you have non-farm payrolls and unemployment. I'm kind of talking into my mug, so I'm sorry if you can't hear me very well. Good morning. Oh yeah, that's at 9 a.m. for me. Just always know I'm Central Time, so yeah. Anytime I say 9, it usually means like go look at your clock. But pretty much 30 minutes after open here, we will get some data in 30 minutes. That's why I try to talk in like 30 minutes. How we doing though, kids? We're doing good. My daughter's upstairs covered in frickin' yogurt. It's all over her face. She looks like the Jerome Powell thumbnail, weirdly enough, because she had strawberries too. So it's kind of like red in there. Pretty funny. All right, so we're looking for upside. We're looking for that new high. Once we get that new high, we're just happy, 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 especially even here. Even though you technically have it in this sequence already, right here, you want to see that taken out. That's even better. What we would really like today is surge that bad boy, right? Do this, right? Convince people to sell it off, and then see it start to ramp back up later on. Maybe tomorrow. That'd be dope. For now, an area for a retest that if you're like looking for, hey, if this is gonna squeeze, if I, I don't know. I think if you're a little, I don't think you've seen anything that wouldn't make you worried in this area. I still think even me, like having calls and stuff like that with all these other things, is like, I'm still a little bit like, this is pretty risky, but it looks like we're on the edge of the squeeze. I'd be looking at this 590, see if we can just touch down to there at some point. But as far as it stands, we're just looking for what? Hey, can this thing keep going? Can the 2 hour keep going? Can we really push through this? Or are we just going to reverse this back down and trick everyone again? That would suck. Because you already got the fake out down, right? Fake out up, fake out down, fake out up, another fake out down. God, that would suck. Thank you for what you do. You're welcome, Thomas. I hope that we're getting some helpful things out there for you. Need my water. All right, there we go. We did not make it through that center point again. Caveat here, you did make a slightly new high. So you could theoretically see those little retests into like here and then see if we were able to get those buyers to come up. I think normally you either visit those right away and see if the buyers step in, or you kind of drag it out for some time, show that clear pathway higher, and then you come down to it. So this is where I'd be watching right now. And it's just, and really, this is just watching, by the way. Like, this is me just watching the market. Like, we can talk about other things. I can see that, like, right now. I can just be like, okay, cool. Just watching the market. Nothing, like, really about this part is going to worry me. What worries me is if we start breaking through, right? Breaking through these levels. Sideways would make a lot of sense. Sideways would make a lot of sense here. You're pinging between, especially like right here, 600 and 5900. You just keep going bing, 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 bing. You'd probably want that a little bit deeper. You probably would want to open it up to the 580s and say like, hey, let's get some volatility going. Tesla ends up looking good. Hey, there you go. But it is failing in the sellers right now. So you're aware on the 30-minute here. You're not out of the woods yet, right? Remember what we said. Higher low, right? Which means you got to take this out, by the way. You got to do this to get that higher low and go. Good thing is you have a little gap. So if you can push up to there, it's a good sign. The problem here is you're still overall doing what? Well, if this is a lower high, what are you very likely to do? Cross down through that low. And if you start to break down through here, you need to see a new high immediately, or else you're going to do one more time, and that's where you can really flop. So I like Tesla here. I think that this is going to be a very tricky one, but so I'm not going to personally put money behind it, but I can really appreciate what Tesla's doing. It is trying to wipe out these reversal signals from the technical side. And it's saying, hey, we're going to wipe these things out if we can just make that higher low, or if we can kind of make a little divergence but not lose anything down here and then curl up that 2 hour. Ooh, we could go to that new high. And then it's just like, hey, but if we're going to break down, we're going to cut this and show that little shape in here. Oof. It's a scary time. The divergence is crazy too. The divergence there is really bad. So this is pure the environment the stock market is in right now. This is pure just bullishness. This is pure, hey, can we get buyers to step in again at the previous spot that the buyers stepped in? That's literally what this is. It might be some positioning for like next quarter. NCLH. What is this? Oh, the Norwegian cruise line. Yeah, people have seen this before. I mean, yeah, okay. You're saying like long-term investment wise, you're holding it at the right time. I mean, ever since 2020, these were the lows. You could say, okay, so we could head lower here now. I mean, you're not really getting your weekly higher low. You want to see why that? I mean, it can still build up, but I'm just saying, like this, you didn't cross through. So if you break down here, it makes sense. But I think you're looking at it at the right time. I just don't know enough about this company, hotel resorts, cruise lines. Like, yeah, like this is something you really want to look at their revenues. You actually do. For like a cruise line, consumer services, you want to see if they're, providing well for consumers and growing the business. I don't know enough about this as far as the investment side goes, but I would say the timing looks okay. I could easily see another drop for this, especially if I see something in here. Hold on. Yeah, like here, I'll even show it to you. It's just rejecting too early, I believe. It made it. It peaked its head above, which means you got a shot. It peaked its little head above, so it means you got a shot. All right, so if this daily curls up, you've already retested the lower part. You can actually, I mean, theoretically, you can come try to test above this level right here. What is that, 24? We'll say about 24. So theoretically, this could super launch. It's in positive territory. The more likely thing is you kind of super launch, you touch the top, then you super launch again to actually break that level. But I'd say this is a risky one. So I'd say investment wise, I think it's pretty safe as like a hold. Like I don't think I would feel like me personally, I wouldn't be fearful holding this for like 3 years. I'd just be watching, weekly lows and things like that. But if I was seriously investing and wanted to hold on to it for like 10 years, I would look at the revenues and look at their consumers. Like you have to look at information if it's consumer services, in my opinion. Oh, the SPY. Why? You see any pullback? I mean, right now I see SPY pulling back to potentially something like 590. Qs I have pulling back to 521.50. If not 521.50, then you'll revisit this wick at 516 daily expected move at that point. So if you don't hold up like somewhere right in these little guys, like right in here, I think you'll go to daily expected move. And what did we say in the video last night? Hey, we literally said it for the Qs. Oh, the Qs, they can come down to that daily expected move and then just find those buyers and start to rock it up. This isn't bearish, right? That's not bearish. It would have to do the work to go bearish here. You'd have to see a big move down, reaction up, down again, and then make it so it's not corrective. That's how you break down. But this is too much buying. Yeah. 2 hours turned up. This is the shot though. This is the shot for the bears. Like if you really were looking at your momentum indicators for like really pay attention here, because this is the shot where it's like the momentum is at its weakest. If we get a big sell to show up here, yeah, you can actually flush. Like that's how tight this is between squeezing and failing. It's like a 30-minute chart needs to squeeze or else this 2-hour chart can roll, and then that's going to be a really bad sign for the market if you get like one person to sell a big order. Ooh, it's kind of crazy. You might see 590. I think you'll see 590 for SPY. I think 590 is like a basic level to go to right now. That's if it needs to, though. Like, you never know if, like, the liquidity job is done. I mean, look at these wicks in here. We built in here for a long time. But you can see the 2-hour, and you see, like, okay, we still don't want to cross this down. Like, we want to go. You want to go. Go, go, go. Google? We can go look at Googs. Yeah, Google's starting to break down. Oh, nice. Okay, good. We're coming into the center point. This is really good. Like, yeah, look at daily time frame. So Google is doing something really, really nice. You can see where the buyers are at. It's in this big bar here. We can see our zone that we needed to cross through. We did. We test in the center point. This is the first inclination that you could see like buying actually to see if we're going to get up to that 186. We even showed our head above this. That's even better. So I'd really be watching this level right here, about 165. I'll get another level for you. No, I'm dead ass 165. Like watch the price right now for Google. Like right now is time for this thing to try to get a 2-hour to turn around, in my opinion. 30-minute making some of the wonkiest divergence of your life, but it is there. That is some weird looking divergence. I don't know if I try. Maybe this would be payout to be like, okay, all right, we're kind of failing that one there. Not the best, because it just looks so wonky. Now maybe you just wait and you're looking for good price action, right? Where did we see bad price action? Well, we made this low, then we went up, we made a higher low, we made a higher high. Then we did what? We broke down. See how we broke below? And then we went up and we did what? We failed to show a new high. So then we keep making these little ones, little high, didn't get it, I don't think, and then little high here. So what do you need to do? You need to turn around and at least take out these two levels right there. I think you need to break out of the zone. And then what you can do, right? If you just want to be patient and see like, hey, Google looks risky, is it going to turn around? You can literally sit here and then wait for it to go like that and then just be calm about it and say, hey, that was a pretty strong move. It's probably going to need a retest. Okay, I'm going to grab it down in here and then it's going to go again. That's how I would look at this play. That or just like a 2-hour swing. A 2-hour swing. If the 2-hour crosses up, I say, okay, right? Daily time frame looks like it can cross down, but you were never overbought. You're still above the center on the RSI still. I mean, it can go lower down. That's why I'm saying, like, pay attention to price action. It can go lower down, like, right? It can. It's just a lot of the structure here is adding up to this is your test, and you're about to go boom. Especially when you consider what? Weekly expected moves, right? Patreon members, you know that you have a certain move at this level for the Googs. If you see some signs there, this is why I want to make the private community. So we can actually like tell you guys like, hey, this is exactly what it looks like. This is exactly what it looks like. This is exactly what you're looking for. This is exactly when you take it. That would be so nice. Come back into it. I think like from a price action standpoint, I understand that purchase. I mean, you have some serious buyers over here. Serious buyers here. Now you see how it's kind of teetering down, teetering down, teetering down. So you start to lose these levels, you're like, oh, okay, we're gonna maybe come down lower. But if it can hold right now, this is the buyers, right? Right here. There's all your buyers right there. That's what you're looking for. And if you're paying attention to the zone, you're like, hey, tag this. You know, but if I buy like a fucking a month out call, that's not going to lose a lot of value if I do this and then I see a reaction, I manage the trade. So I like it. I'm still focusing on my little Apple play. That's going so well. It's going all right. Bitcoin. Oh, look at that. It stopped and it is able to make another high. Damn, that's crazy. So Bitcoin's on the bull again. Yeah, Bitcoin's on the bull again. Looks like the 4 hour is going to cross up, maybe even go positive here. We weren't able to get the divergence. That's a bummer. Showing pathway higher, but rejecting off of here. Daily time frame. All right, cool. You are... See, yeah, you are going to get the next daily push for Bitcoin soon. It's a very high probable chance that Bitcoin is about to make a daily move to the upside. Where that upside would take you, fucking no idea. Maybe like 116. But you have to be watching that 4 hour. You can always just reverse back down at any point. But this is highly probable to be the next upside move here for Bitcoin. If the 4 hour rolls down, it is failing. Got it? Things can go wrong. We are not magicians around here. We just see things when they're highly probable, coming into the center of the zone, able to figure stuff out with some new highs in here. Very probable to start to go. Pay attention to how it can screw you over. That will be a good thing. This market's exhausting, bro. Bro, same. I'm like, you can kind of hear it. And Bungo Bello, thank you for joining today. Yeah, you probably hear it in my voice. I'm just like, ah. I could hear something. Just take a 5-day hold call. So much for 590. Oh, it can come do it later too. It hasn't like technically made. It's made the new high now. So it's a 30-minute chart too. It's not like it's gonna be like. I mean, sometimes it is, but 30-minute chart, you could see like 2 more bars like this, then see a wick down, grab it, then see it go again. You can see a lot. The CRCL IPO, is that still like CRCL? This guy? aren't IPOs the best to play like 3 months after it IPOs? Oh, we got a little divergence there. I don't think I'm scared of that though. Like, do we have reversal signals here? I don't think you do. I see that, but I'm just like, that doesn't look right. Like, come on, if it was showing it, it would show it. I'm not seeing it. Maybe VIX 9 days a little different. It's more elevated. Is that really gonna pop though? Equal high? I don't think it knows. I literally think it's like 50 fucking 50. Downtrend overall. Daily confirmed below twice, still not above. Man, this is so tight. So close to call. So close to call. Like, but everything's saying squeeze right now. Like, don't think it's, just because I'm going to analyze some stuff and look at some stuff to get my brain going does not mean anything has changed. This is still bullish, by the way. I'm just looking for any sign that it could be a trick or trap. The only thing I can think of for trick or trap here is like housing sector looks bad and like TLT was dropping off, but then just came right back. Awesome, MD. I'm glad you caught that. I thought it was short day two on an IPO, but usually it's just like you see a 5-minute cross down, then you do it. Jolt's coming up in 10 minutes. That's right. We were able to successfully make the new high. Yeah, new high from here, even better. Now we see. Holy crap, this is going to be big. Here, you guys want some heartbeat? You guys fucking heart beating? PIMS is skyrocketing. I think a flush coming. Um, I mean, people are so back and forth that this thing just like, I mean, more so they're to the call side still. You just see, pops up in here, right? They're more so to the call side. That's not inherently like bearish though. It's maybe contrarian in some way, but I just think you're trying to muster up enough strength to get past 600. That's what I think. I think I think 590. I think you try to hold up right there, 590.68 to be exact. But you can go all the way down to this wick. You can literally go to 585.50. Like this is going to be a new critical level. What is it? XYZ? XY who? Yeah, we get data in 8. Actually, we have 8 minutes. Oh, Mr. Block. I mean, solid. Holy crap, this is some volatility. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my god, you barely show pathway higher, don't you? That's fucking wild. Barely show pathway higher and it dips down and goes again. That's crazy. There's a 2 hour. You need to squeeze again, that's for sure. You need to squeeze. 2 hour here needs a squeeze. If you do this like it's doing right now, you show your head above, that means you need to reload. So if you fail this, like I don't think this actually, and you have a lot of gaps you can take care of. So if you're not going to squeeze now, what I'd be watching here is one, is it a liquidity grab in here? Or two, do we lose this? Then we bounce up, and then you at least get an ABC to fill a gap. If that ends up being a corrective move, you want to see if that new high comes in. Then you can start rocketing, I think. Yeah, that's how I'd see it for now. There is a risk in there. There's definitely a trap in there. So you kind of want this thing to curl up on a 2 hour and just go. And you want it to go like, hey, we've been shit. Like, hey, we've been doing our thing down here for a long time, man. Long time. All right, let's bottle up and let's go. Like, that's like 82. You need to go. I'm not calling that that's happening, by the way. Usually when I say those things, it means don't look at options, right? But I think it looks good. There's a way for it to break down. And that's where it, like, you're literally at the same place as, like, the market. It's like squeeze or don't. All right, we've got 6 minutes until some data. Data. Are you guys ready for this? Interessante. Mara. Yeah, we were looking at Mara. Let's go give Mara a peek real quick. Oh, there you go. All right, this is exactly what we want for Mara. This is great. Go, buddy. Go. We just saw Bitcoin saying, hey, I'm probably going to reverse around. We see Mara tap into this area. Ooh, just go. Don't look back, Mara. Never look back, Jack. Never look back. Do not reject from the sellers. Seriously, though, this is going to be a wall to get through. If you're taking this opportunity, notice that you are negative. You can go up to here and reject. So what you want to see here, if you're really wanting Mara to go and you're just staring at a 2 hour chart, you want to see a blast off. Take this out. That's what you want to see. For something like SMA, that's like as simple as I can make it. Daily scale turned down. Daily scale makes new high. What are you doing? What's happening here? Bam. Probably 1873. If that daily can cross up, you make new high, you're just going to... Why are we going to get to 1873? This is before I used to show you guys the zones, but the reason that line's there is for a specific reason. See, I'm pretty good at guessing where that line is. Now I can draw it up to make it make total sense. And then, how does Mara explode? Whoop, 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 whoop. Right? And then whoa, 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 whoa. And then it goes again, and then it breaks through. You just have to keep your uptrend. Eventually, you will see a time where you like correct more. So you're kind of hoping it's like this, and then you get that bigger corrective move. Then you go again. I like Mara's look, man. Can't lie. That's a perfect little retest right there. It looks juicy. Pay attention to how you can get screwed now. Whenever it looks too good, right? Whenever it looks too good, you always go, how could this thing screw me over? "3 minutes until data. It's time." Or some sublime freaking data. We're gonna get some data. It's not gonna do anything. We're gonna sit. Then we're gonna see one random sell come in to like grab liquidity. Then we're just gonna slowly come up as people start to guess crash or not. And then at the end of the day, we'll probably see something explosive, or aftermarket on Wednesday morning, we'll see something explosive because they're going to release the news 15 minutes after the close. Right? Huh? That's pretty much it. I haven't looked at AMC or GME this morning. I told you I was not happy with these. Like, the look of this does not look good. I'm sorry to say it. The look does not look good. So you need it to just do better things. Yeah. Like, genuinely, this is not, it's not like it's over. It's just you're like, this behavior sucks. That's like, if anyone who's good at like price action, technicals, you would look at this and be like, this behavior sucks. At least from a 30-minute standpoint, right? When you pull out to a 2-hour, you're like, things aren't that bad. I'm just saying, like, if you pull it out to a different time frame, you go, okay, this isn't that bad, right? If you pull it out to an even bigger time frame, you're like, oh, this really isn't bad. We're holding daily trend. We're not even curled down on this MACD like we're going to go retest into here. Even if we did retest into there, that would technically be a bullish retest. That's probably where buyers would step in. But as you go down, you're like, okay, the 2-hour doesn't look the best, but it's trying. It's trying, right? Maybe this is some kind of whoop, 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 and then we start to go, right? If this 2-hour curls up, it's just a swing trade. That's my next chance. But then you zoom out to the 30-minute and you go, oh, this behavior is just, this is, oh, break the low, make new low, fake new high, new low, lower high from the beginning, seeing rejections from the center, breaking the downside like we want to go down to here. So it's not good behavior. So what do you like? What do you want to see as a trader, right? Is that where you're like, is that why we're looking at AMC right now? Because technically you just hold the stock and you just say, hey, if it hits $100 some point, it's a good thing. But if people try to do options, I just say, hey, look for the swing trade. That's the next opportunity for it to happen. Look for a big 2-hour bar that crosses through all of this and say, yep, I'm going. Like, that's, you want to keep it very simple with AMC. GME, you see what I have drawn out a little bit deeper. Yeah, we're already rejecting from this. Like, once again, the 2 hours, like, okay, just go. But the 2 hours, a lot of like shit to get through. Then you look at the 30-minute and you're like, yeah, you're just like kind of squeeze, and then you're just gonna reject off that 5. So you need something, you need big news for GME like right now and AMC. That's the bad part, right? You never want your play that you're taking to need big news. You would want it to get some good news and stuff like that. Obviously you want good news, but you don't want to need good news. That's kind of a big difference. When I think about Nvidia, I think Nvidia is still in a great spot, and I've said this for days now. And everyone, I was watching everyone and their mom saying, "Hey, we're gonna go this way," and I told you that pay attention to the retest. The most important thing here is that you're holding bullish price action. You crossed up, you come down to the center, and I said, "Yeah, I think we might fool around here for a sec." Didn't I say that? But I still said price action's good. If you curl this thing up, you're gonna go. Now I still can admit that I don't think that this was a good enough look for me to take a play, but it's kind of like why I was looking at Tesla and Nvidia. It shows me direction, it shows me strength in the market. So the fact that these things are just like going again, one, they're still at risk of running into sellers up in here in this wick. You need to make new high. But we've been calling out 145 for Nvidia for like 3 days now. Tesla, we're still looking for like 370. So it can always go wrong, but this is great behavior from your daily, or I would even say like a 2-hour perspective. You come up, you rip, you create this nice build of liquidity all in here. You react up. We just mark off all that liquidity. And we say the center point is where they want to go to. And with price action, it helps that there's a gap there. So we go up, we dip down. People will buy this, right? We already said that. I said people will be buying Nvidia there. That's what some traders do. They use this and they buy right there. And then they see if it can get that reaction and make a new high. And if so, they can take profit, leave runners, take profit, leave runners, take profit, leave runners. You got to learn that stuff. You can't just like hop onto the internet and do that shit. Like you have to learn it. You'll waste tons and tons of money if you just try to be like, oh, I know where this is going to bounce from and I'm not using a stop. You gotta be careful with it. For Nvidia, I was looking at 150. For Tesla, I was looking at 370. Apple's doing it. Apple's doing it. Let's go. Finally, I can feel good about this thing. I need this thing to cross up on the daily scale, and I'm just feeling great. This is where, like, what if we get, like, China news? This would be crazy, but, like, holy crap. What if we just get, like, serious, like, tariff deals right now, and you just see Apple scream to, like, 225? Apple, I don't think that's going to happen, by the way. I do not think Apple gets to, like, outside of the zone in June. I hope it happens. I'm being open to it. I hope it happens. But I think Apple is much more likely to just ping pong like this for a bit in June and then kind of get to the top of this area, maybe peek its head above, and then have to go through something a little bit more corrective down at these lows again. And then we'll see if that's able to take off. That's kind of how I see Apple playing out. I would like it to produce higher so it can tap into this zone later on. But that's kind of what I see for potentially June. That'd be tough, though. That'd be tough. That's what I'm saying. I need Apple's the one that kind of needs some good news too. So I'll take that trade with a grain of salt. Nothing too good just yet for Apple. Still just continuing to make new highs. That is a good thing in its solo run here. Just so you know, Apple can dip down into like here or here or here, literally at any moment. It needs another little squeeze. Oh, shit. Okay, we're good. Looks cool. How did that Jolts come out? Who's got it? Jolts job openings. Increase 7.391 million for job openings. Jesus. Quits. Lower Jolts job quits. All right, cool. Sick. I'm glad that we know that now. Now let's let the market makers use that data how they will. Right? Hey, I'm glad we see that data now. That makes sense, Tony. Why would it break out now on uncertainty? You have the buybacks. You literally have a lot of things coming in this month. How is it good? I just think it's used as an excuse, so. You'll get actual unemployment. Like I like unemployment way better, that guy. You'll get actual unemployment and non-farm payrolls like Friday. I'd rather pay attention to that data than JOLTS, to be 100% honest. I think JOLTS is just something that's used as an excuse. Unemployment can actually tell you something. That's my bias though, so I'm not putting that on anyone. Yeah, I mean, you have the availability to do like crazy stuff probably. Like if you really think about it, let's draw this. Like this could take place. Just draw it like that. Then let's just clone that. Like you oh fucking A. Clone that. You literally could start drawing up like ideas like this, and this could be what's going on. Like something like this. But you know how this gets invalidated? All you have to do is do this, and it's totally invalidated now. So it's just like you could be in that. You'd probably look for rules from here and then see if we get a tag of the lower, tag of the higher, and then you probably see this to break through maybe in July, like late June. But yeah, you can see stuff that leads towards like, hey, keep consolidating. My question is still like, how much is retail in this actual move versus how much is retail trying to like short themselves? Like, how much is retail in calls but also in shorts, like or long puts or whatever? Yeah, you do have forms of divergence here. Like this does not have to be pretty. That's so wild. We'll see if technicals actually confirm here. No way. Volatility would show us. It is showing you a 30-minute divergence. Is this risky right now? Like, is this risky? Am I crazy? I think that's too extended. That's too extended. No, I don't think. I think we're being too hasty on even pointing that out. But volatility does have a divergence, though. What the heck did you guys do with hymns? I think it was like what Oakland Group a few weeks ago or something was like really holding on to that sucker. That's cool by me, man. Oh, what the hell am I looking for? That's sick. Pretty cool. I mean, uh, it's so hard to freaking tell. Oh my god, it's so hard to tell if this market is going to squeeze or going to do just another quick little trap. It's so funny. All I know is the PCC is going up all of a sudden, pretty freaking fast. Someone's bearish. Oh my god, this market is just psycho right now. Yeah, I think so, Tony. I think you're right. Well, and the problem is like if you just like draw a line here, like just kind of like draw a little line right there and draw a line at the high, it's like, yeah, okay, we see breakdowns. But like the weird thing for me, hold on. This is something that I was wondering the other day. Fuck is it? I'm not gonna be able to find it. Pretty much though, we just whenever we show something good, we've come back down into this, right? We come back down. We show something bad, we go back up. We show something bad, we go back up, right? We show something good, we go back down. So it's a matter of just which way do we break? Did you wonder why my video last night was literally like, who is going to get trapped? Because there is a chance that bulls could get trapped here. There's also a chance that bears could get trapped right here. Based on like what we're seeing across the way. It's kind of wild. I kind of dig it. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's kind of fun. I'm playing both sides like you in real life, Luke. There is a trap that catches both bulls and bears. The trap that more so catches like bulls and bears is the crazy move up that's not convinced by bears. Like bears are just like, oh crap, I gotta sell my puts, and right when they sell their puts, it just fucking goes. Oil for a break of the recent range. We did point out what we were looking at USO at these there was some kind of divergence down here. Maybe it was daily. Wasn't it daily divergence like way in the past? Yeah, there it is. Okay. So you see it, and the behavior here is kind of insane, okay? The behavior here is really, really cool. So if you take this area, which you need to break through, right? We need to break through that. I want you to see how cool, like, how crazy this is. You actually come in, you just show away, like, you just show you're up in here. This, at any point, meant bad things. Like, this could have been awful. This could have been terrible. And then you just see, like, oh, the 2 hour just curls up and it just goes. This was very close to not being very good. And then you just see this happen. So I think oil's looking pretty good now. It's just dipping into the buyers. Very nice. Very nice. Where's it going to try to go? It's really loaded up here, so I'd assume you're going to attempt to take this out. Your zone is actually more condensed than all of this in here. You can mark that. But I think your zone is more so you just connect all of that across and you say, I'd like to take out all of this little chunk in here. I'd like to take out that entire level. That'd be pretty nice for USO. That would mean we probably see like boom, resistance off, boom through, then we keep going. Or we vomit from there. Not bad. Not bad. Breakthrough towards upside. Yeah, I've been saying I like IWM for like a week now. We talked about it over the weekend too, didn't we? IWM, the fact that it was coming down to this center point again. Actually, that was even yesterday. I remember that. That was a little bit like, oh, that's you're kind of getting the fanning, right? This thing. And what do you want to see? Right? You want to see the first guy that goes fans out to the top. Stop. High or low. That's what you want to see there. You don't want to see this go all the way down and then low or high. Right? The next time it fails, this is where you see who wins. Whoever fails to get to their side. If bears fail to get it to here, right? If they fail to get it down to the hair and they only get it to here, and then bulls take over, bulls win. Kind of how this little thing works. All right, thanks for the 2, Seabass. Just be the trap. Yeah, baby. Trap queen, trap king. I don't know what. I don't listen to rap. Oh yeah, I think Mara looks good too. It just depends. It depends on the reason for these things going up. But I would say if oil goes up and the dollar goes up, then the 10-year yield is very likely to go up. You are trying to make somewhat of a higher low right now for this 10-year yield. God damn, this thing is going to be resilient too, this little bastard. Showed way lower, so this should just be reject and go down. But you're seeing that 2-hour try to be a douche, which means it's going to attempt to take out this high. Very interesting. We'll see if it actually happens. 2 hours got to get going again first. You do have still pathways down here. But it's like if oil's turning, dollars turning, 10-year yield should probably turn up too. Let's go 2-hour go. Remember, if you're trading based on the 2-hour right now, you're just going sick. I'm in a trade on the 2-hour. Let me here. I'll switch my entire persona. Okay, I'm switching my entire persona right now to show you guys what a trader on the 2-hour looks like and what they say throughout their day. Okay, you ready? 2-hour looks good. Oh, we beat the previous high. 2-hour, yeah, 2-hour looks good. Some news would be. There you go. There's your 2-hour guy. Not now. But that's how you always act? Okay, that's just fucked up. That's fucked up. We are never slaying goblins together ever again. What about Tesla 355 for inverse head and shoulders? Just pay attention if you make a new high here. If you reject here, you got a shot to cross down, okay? So in order for me to be like, oh yeah, okay, I want to take a play in here. Let's say I want to take a bullish or bearish play, all right? This would be the time for the bearish play. Just so you know, right now is the time for the bearish play, right? And then you just have a stop right here. And then you say, okay, we're going to beat that low. This is the time where people would take a bearish trade. You're in a downtrend, my friend. So I get that, and I think that's what you're kind of discussing here. You would still like a test of lower levels before you even make that right shoulder. And when you make that right shoulder, if you're talking about an inverse one, right? So coming to one that's going down, whatever you want to say. Is it, I don't know which way you're talking about it, but you actually would want this to come down to this area and break through. And then go up and make that full big shoulder, go get those big sellers, and then go down. If you want it to head up, it's pretty simple here. Beat that high. Make a divergence and don't break the low. So do this, but don't break through. And then make a new high. Or the other way that you can go bullish is tell this guy who just shorted this to fuck off and have that stock just push up to higher levels. Then it's going to dip down right into the center point right here where that gap is. So this is where you go, okay, this looks good, new high, retest into the middle real quick, and then you're off to the races. That would be the most bullish way for this to go higher. So, but right now you're going to have people shorting it. You're in a downtrend. This is exactly where people will try to short or try to, long puts, whatever you want to call it. Oh, the blue line is the 5-day moving average. Okay, the blue line is the 5-day moving average. It is on every single time frame. So this is a 5-day. This is to just get that classic like daily direction. Like, hey, we're gonna follow the 5-day up. Okay, look at this. Boom, 5-day. Touch. Ride it. Touch. Lose it. Oh, now we get pretty choppy, right? We get kind of back and forth. So 5 days, very, very nice. It gives you an area to pay attention. That's why I like it. On a daily basis, it gives you another little area to pay attention to. And so you'll notice, where's the 5-day right now? When we were talking about 590, 50, 590, 60, it's right there. So retest that level. That'd be cool. That'd be a cool little piece of the puzzle to see. Hedge funds are short? No fucking way. If hedge funds are shorting early, in my opinion. I think they're only shorting early by like maybe a couple of weeks. Shows overall movement. Exactly. Now you have to have some other things, some reasons for confirmations. How far in the trend are we? Blah blah blah. What time frame? Like you can't just like use. You probably could like in some way if you're very simple about it. But yeah, 5-day, very very good one to have on your chart. I've just always there's no reason for it heel toe. It's just when I started, I always used SMA, and then I never switched it to an EMA to even look at the behavior, and I've used SMA for so long. That's truly it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's kind of like if I'm just like really really good at something, using all these type of things, and then someone's like, "Oh, why didn't you ever use this? It's a little bit better." It might not be better for me at this point. Yeah. Oh, it is raining out there. All right, I'm gonna go get my water real quick, and I'll be right back. We still got a decent chunk of time here for this stream. All right, guys? Give me one moment. Water went down the wrong pipe, and now I'm fucking dying. Sorry, guys. Excuse me. Water is just. There we go. I mean, we can go look at Reddit. Like, we can just look at it and see what the risk rewards and that kind of thing. We're gonna redo this. This is still good to have. Yeah, we're gonna redo this. That's what you needed to take out, right? Let's redo it. Let's see how it lines up too. Boom, boom. A little bit of space there. Wicks below. Oh, nice little gaps. Little gaps around those areas. Wicks. Okay. So this is what I'd be watching. Now, the reason that this could be like good or bad, like someone is suggesting, is simply because you're realizing that you're going higher, but you would expect like to get a second push, right? So instead, you break down. This is not bearish. That is not bearish, right? It is like on the precipice of being bearish, right? What you'd want to watch right here is what's happening right now. You can go do this and go higher. What you don't want to do is break through this and then end up going lower. Okay, so you're kind of in that middle ground area. So what do we look at? What can we utilize here instead of price action? Okay, let's take all this off. Let's just go like this. Let's just, okay, rewind. Rewind. Let's even delete that one. Okay, so far, sure, we had like a little mini downtrend for a sec, but let's look at my MACD. Bam. How close is that to the center line? Pretty freaking close, right? How's my RSI? Ah, it's above that center line. That's pretty good, right? Overall, for the MACD, am I making higher lows? Yeah. Yeah, higher lows. We have the divergence here. That's nice. That tells me this is turning around. Huh. So, this looks pretty good. I might even take this, right? This would be where you go, I might even get something like this. And if I was in a trade with this, all I would do is be available for a 2-hour pullback right now. That's a definite thing, right? You can see this, right? You see this 30-minute right now. It's rough, right? You're probably going to go take care of business somewhere else. You're probably going to see this go boom, boom, boom. And then you have to see if it's able to turn around from there. So pretty much, when are you looking at this? When the 2-hour pullback takes place. If the 2-hour can pull back, that's perfectly fine, and that's fine behavior. You can dip in and out right in here as long as you're holding this low now. So if this is going to turn around, it's good. But just so you know, at this exact moment, right now, people are going to try to short this. Right? I think people are going to try to short from this level, and I think they're going to produce some kind of downward move. I would start to pay attention towards the bottom of my zone right at like 105. If you see this go boom, 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 and then you see it make a new little high in this little sequence, it could come back. But if it breaks down too low, you're breaking down, man. So it's kind of like it's a fighting game right now. I think this is going to end up bullish, by the way. I think this will end up bullish, but I'm not giving you a timeline. I genuinely think this will not break. I don't think this will break these lows right here. I don't think this will break. Like that's what I can say. Right? This does not look like this is going to break at all. All right? I think you're going to experience some kind of pullback here on like the 2-hour scale. And I think you're going to slowly or even maybe it's quick. Maybe it's just bam, bam, bam. And then I think you're going to be able to turn that bad boy back up. You got to make sure those things are happening, though. Oh, a little flower for wifey? Hell yeah. Hey, Jennifer Tan, thank you so much for joining today. Sorry, if Trump wants peace, but Zelensky said Trump before attack Russia. Trump said he end in Pakistan, Israel, Middle East, or Russia deal boycott. You say get. What the fuck did I just read? What the hell did I just read, dude? Does Apple know the market's going up? Oh, no, I got you. I liked looking at Reddit, though. I thought Reddit was fun. Market, though, looks like it's going to do what as well? I mean, it looks like it's going to see some kind of pullback or squeeze, son. Like QQQs, as far as it goes, though, looks good. 2-hour needs to do. Remember, we were like the slow melt up thing, bro. I'm telling you, it can literally do this. It can be so freaking boring. Then we just walk up a plank and fucking fail. I don't think it'll do that for that long. I just think that could happen this week. Qs, I still see the pullback to 521.50. SPY, 590.80, something like that. Very good. Peeking your head above. This is great. That's very good. Seems like people know something that I don't. It seems like people are shorting the hell out of this. So what am I doing? You know, and then the truth is, they know people want to hedge here too. Hey, let's just make it more expensive, right? People are probably just hedging. I think they're scared. What am I doing? Has my plan gone wrong? Has my plan for the plan gone wrong yet? No? Oh, okay, then I'm chilling. Hey, someone else is shorting. Okay, cool. Has my 30-minute MACD crossed down yet? No. I mean, Apple's going to poop city or something, or whatever you want to call it, shit town. I have to get rid of Apple. Little bastard. Come on, Apple. I thought me and you were friends, boy. The hell? Oh, man, that's going to get a 30-minute pullback down, too. Ooh, if I lose internet, you guys hear that? Looks like Apple could go all the way down to test 199.50 now. I really don't want you to, dude. Kind of bored with you right now, Apple. You're totally not putting out, and it's like really lame. Yeah, Greg. Do we check Palantir? No, Palantir was a nice move. I hope it pulled back. Oh, it hasn't yet. Man, it really looks like it's going to though, doesn't it? Yeah, you've gotten retests. You can just keep going, technically. Oh fuck. Oh my god, if Palantir just shoots down. If I was long, I'd be watching the shit out of this low right here, this 119.51. That is, you start losing that looks really fucking scary. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh god, yeah, this looks so scary right now, man. Oh my gosh. Anybody else seeing this? Like, as far as the bigger time frames go, like that scares the crap out of me. Like that's a little scary. That's a little scary. But you're like the 2 hours not curled down yet, so it's fine. Like pop off, King. If that 2 hour confirmed down, I would be shitting my pants like a little bit. And then I'd be like, okay, does it reverse around? Because I want to be in a squeeze. Yeah, I think that is a serious risk to pull back. I would hope at this point you're only holding on to runners and you've made money off the play. I think for the SP 500 for taco theory. People are. Why does everything has to be like? Why does every piece of news have to have some kind of personal dig? Like, can't we just be like, hey, we're not doing the tariffs. Hey, these people said they're not doing the tariffs. Like, why can't we just be like, here's the like news? It's always got to bash someone, like left and right. It's so annoying. It's like I can't tell if you have bias in your story because you have a bash in your story of one person. It really messes with my brain. God, it messes with my brain when I'm just sitting there like, oh, I just read that they said this bad thing about Trump. Oh, but now they're personally digging at him, so I can't take it seriously. Oh, they said this bad thing about Biden. Oh, but they personally called him an old fart, so I don't think that I can really call that like a valid thing to pay attention to now. Like it just ruins credibility for me. That's why I don't like watching news, reading news, any kind of news. I just think it's all blubber. Man, Q's. I would have been impressed if it beat that high. It's here, consumer, store projects, great earnings. I think we said yes for, did we not say yes for Dollar General when we looked at this? I mean, it was the problem for me is just, it's a rocket ship right now. So you can see retest, pullbacks, all that thing. I think it'll, when do you know it's like back on the bull is where I'm interested. And where could it be going? I genuinely think it could be going to 125. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I would not be jumping into positions now, though. Hell no. I would never be jumping into something, even if I believe that that's going to here, and I was like, damn, I missed out. I wouldn't do it now. Like, that's just stupid. The next time that you want to get in, do you see your MACD? Do you see the obvious times where you want to be in? You want to be in when this is low. So like here, right? That'd be great. So just let this thing freaking go as high as it wants. Watch for it to come all the way down, and then watch for it to turn up again and get it over here. Like, yeah, it's a cool one. Hopefully you're not asking about it today and trying to talk up the stock today because you saw that it was up very much so today. Yeah, hopefully you had that standpoint 2 months ago, 3 months ago, where you could have bought it for down in these areas, right? Like, I know how a lot of people work, and they see something good and then they go, okay, I'm gonna buy that. Maybe it's not as good as it could have been. Yeah. Oh no, you're all good, Blink. Like, I'm not hating on you anyway. I just really want to, I do want to target and say things to you that are going to hit your heart, right? I want to say things to you that'll say, "Oh, I did just see something go up dramatically green." And he's kind of like, that's probably not good to try a position there, right? Like, hey, I'm doing something stupid, like something that's a little bit not going to work a lot over time, right? That's all I'm getting at. I'm just like, hey, call you out on some stuff of like, why are we asking about this stock? I always hate it. Like, I hate it when no stock has ever been mentioned, then it's up 300%. The chart looks like this, and I can't even see the other bars, and there's one bar up here. I think that is like, it's a big move. The analysis is it's a big move. Should I buy it? Man, if you want to do something like that, kind of like someone shoots a freaking cannon up in the sky, and then you're like, hey, is it gonna come back down? Hello? My wife. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. Where my wife? It's pouring rain outside. She went to the store to get some snacks and drop Ari off at a booth so we could hang out for a little bit this afternoon, go to lunch. She comes in, she's just soaked, man. She didn't bring a coat, nothing. Oh, that's great. All right. So looking at this for now, volatility has given up the divergence too. This looks more and more squeezy the more I look at it, I swear. Apple, do something. Can someone poke this with a stick? Can someone poke it with a stick, please? Poke, 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 poke. I knew I should have just done. God, it's that. Today, remember, your boy over here was like, we could just see this thing slowly grind to the upside with little retests the entire way. And we're doing that. I hope it doesn't do that, guys. This will be like watching paint dry, but it will be watching money print if you're in calls. Yeah. It's just going to take forever. And when it takes forever, there's always the risk of like Trump tweets one thing and all of it changes. You want it just to be quick. You want to just get to like 604 this week. and just be like, done. Be like, all right, I'm done. Looking for the pullback. Okay, we go again. $208.50. Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah. No, IWM right now. 210. Yeah, I'd say I'm not gonna lie, that looks like possibly 210 by end of day. No gaps. Yeah, if you take out this high, you could see like at least gap fill 209. I'd say 209. Yeah, 209 looks good. Another. Oh yeah, that's right. I was supposed to take IWM. Yeah, SPY doesn't look good. IWM still looks good. I could maybe ride this for a little bit up to that zone. Yeah, I might take a few of those. Do like a month out. How do we manage this? Well, 2 hours just now crossing. How would we manage? We would say mark off. And we'll just draw on the low. So that's where I manage. Break high. We play to here. Yeah. Okay. And if we break that high and we have plenty of time, we can ride it into that zone. 225. All right. Pricing. Bottom here. 214. 214 for like 3 weeks. 2 weeks. Clicked on the wrong thing. All right, we want till, I would say, 20th. And 214 is 132. We already have, how's Apple performing? Not well. SPY's okay. Yeah, I think we'll do, I don't want to overexpose. I already have like 2.5 out there. I'll do happy medium, 6 contracts. All right. 6 contracts, 214, 2.5 weeks out. And then we'll have to manage that one. So let me go mark that on my other charts real quick here. IWM. Theoretical stop at 202.77. I do not use actual stops, if you did not know that about me. I rarely do unless I'm going on vacation. So I might use a stop this summer at some point. Like in the next couple weeks, because I'm going on vacation in a couple weeks, guys. Around the 13th, 14th timeline. But I should be here for OpEx. Let me just finish up IWM over here. Dang it. Yeah, I think now looking at these, yeah, I like the IWM play. You will get another opportunity on it. I believe you will get another opportunity on it. This is a daily curl down though, so this thing can rip. But I'm saying that for this week, you're gonna probably see this happen, right? Something like this, and then you're gonna do what? You could ping pong between these zones. Okay, so I want you to be aware of that. But if you come up to here in any way, you take out this high, I would be expecting that to pull down at some point to give you like a little 30-minute opportunity or something like that to really finish out whatever structure we're trying to do over here. This is pretty good. I'm just wondering if we need one little retest into this area, and that would be the other opportunity. So it's kind of like you could play shorter term. I'm going to play all of this. So I'm planning on holding through these turns. If the money is great, like premium increases, I can take profit and get in on the retest again, go again, right? I can be very repositioned with it. But I'm wondering if we need this dip down again. So just be aware of that and make sure that's turning back around. But this should be a pretty damn good move, and you should get that type of opportunity in here if this isn't enough liquidity right now. The other thing is we have to see it make a new high. So now that you're monitoring the trade, right? If you're taking something like IWM off of the higher low and you see momentum producing good things and you want to take it, hey, this is where people take it. What do you want to see? I want to see this taken out, right? I want to see all this wick. This wick is dangerous. It is. I want to see it taken out. I want to see all this taken out. Then I want to retest to show those buyers are still remaining strong. And then I want the big move, I think. So you either want the big move now, or you kind of want this little move that creates the big move later. Yeah, that's how I'd view IWM. As far as breaking down, this low is critical right now. You could probably move it up to this low at this point. You don't want to revisit these levels, in my opinion, one more time. The direction from here is up. So this is a pretty safe place to, if you utilize stops, or you just need like something in your head, an area to be like, okay, risk it. It gets riskier here. That's a good thing. You could also do it with the MACD, right? We're just telling you all the things that are in that course, right? Because the sale just went away. Fuck, I might have left it up this morning, but oh well. The 30-minute here is out of danger. The 30-minute is out of danger as of right now. What are you going to see here? You're going to see some form of this, probably, right? Little. If you even do that, because this is where you want to dip down into. So weirdly enough, you could see like a new high, then you dip down into this type of level, then you break through this high, then you keep doing those retests and go up, right? So the main thing here is the 30 minutes out of the woods. The way that the 30-minute becomes bad is you lose these levels, right? You lose 204.76 and things start to look bad again, right? You start to lean towards what? Oh, that's a pile on and this. But we're just talking about the risk because we know this looks good. I wouldn't put money behind it if it wasn't good. It looks really good. And my question for me now is just, hey, if we make it to a weekly expected move, what's my plan? And I would encourage you, Patreon members, if you are looking at IWM, if you already have a trade with IWM, or you have a trade out there, look at if it's curling up on its 2 hours right now and say, hey, if it got there, before I even get there, let me decide. What am I going to do when I get there? Am I going to say, take some profit, make some money? Because we're probably going to pull back from those levels, right? Okay. But just in case we just keep squeezing, it's very irrational. Maybe I leave some on the table. I think the best decision, based on what we see right now for markets, and if we went to a weekly expected move, would be keep the long exposure if I have a lot of time, right? My contracts are out like in July, right? So I don't care if this needs to retest and pull back right here. I just need to see that next move. I can hold on to it, but because I see this, I can take profit, leave runners, and when I see the turnaround, I can add back onto that position all the money I made right here. All right? Or maybe I just do it. Maybe I do it because I'm riskier. I want to be riskier in this, right? Oh, I'm making some money. Maybe I want to look for areas if this does go boom, boom, where it would retrace to. And then I can buy that and see if it turns up and have a tight stop right there. Or probably under the fair value. So probably like under this bar. Then I already made money on the move. Okay, take the rest in profit. Okay, turns back up. I'm back in the play. I don't know. That's how I'd look at it. I would start making a plan for if we hit that upward weekly expected move, while also keeping in your mind that it doesn't have to get there, how it would break down. You're starting to see this peak above the center, though, so this is looking very, very nice from a bullish perspective. You could get retest down to 590.90, 590.62, like any moment. Love the IWM look. Patreon members, just make sure if you're doing IWM to really focus on like where those monthly expected moves are. because that's your goal by the end of the month. Not like this week, right? You shouldn't really be expecting a monthly expected move this week. If we saw that, holy crap, this thing's going, not IWM, but SPY and the Qs are going all-time highs if we're seeing monthly expected moves. So that's kind of crazy if we did that this week. I don't think that's on the table at all. But I think a good solid move is. And I think you're going to see the first leg of that move now. I'll see if my contracts increase in premium to make decisions there. But you notice that when I was doing my analysis, I wasn't really considering the monthly expected moves. Now that I am, I like the level that I've chosen. It means if I wanted to be risky and hold runners past anything there, because I'm mainly just looking for premium grab here. If I saw anything past 214, whoo, I'd print some money. Right? That's why I like the 214 level. It's a pretty good level to get to. It's like where it wants to get to, but it's safe enough to where it's like a good take profit. At the same time, your take profit's above that technically for the monthly expected move for IWM, which just means, wow, what good contracts and great pricing. I don't think people are paying attention to IWM as much as they should right now. I think IWM will hit. If you want my honest opinion, I think IWM it's 218, and I'm giving it the availability to hit 230. I'm just being genuine there. That's me like really reaching out. I probably won't hold on for that move, but I could see it. I'm keeping that in mind for the next trade for IWM, by the way. You want to prevent the vacation? You want me to never go on vacation ever again? I've been doing this I haven't taken a vacation mainly because of my daughter. Like we can't really take a vacation with a new baby girl, a newborn and stuff like that last year. I only got like one weekend away, like truly like a vacay weekend last year. This year my wife knows it's kind of a bad, it's like the best part of me and the bad part of me is I'm a very helpful person. And so when I'm helping, I just want to keep going, keep going, keep going. I don't usually stop. I don't know. I think that's just instilled to me. I'm always moving. Maybe it's the ADHD. I don't know. I can't be like bored. I have to be moving. So vacations sometimes are like not the most fun to me. Yeah, I think SPY pricing of options has been nice. Yeah, I can feel myself a little drained after May. Like, getting through 2025 has been crazy. Like, imagine trying to analyze 2025. Like, just you see the chart now, analyze it, go. Like in real time while it's happening is totally different. It's just like, man, you're reacting in real time, talking to people who disagree with you, which is great. Disagreements are great, but it's just a lot. And so I want to make sure to at least try to reload in some way this month. And then we're going to come back in July with some cool stuff, I think. I'm talking this way about trades to show you guys how in depth I'll go. I do want to make a little community that's really focused on getting better and not just like, hey, is this earnings going to be good and things like that. Like at the end of the day, I wanted to, potentially move this to a community that's like, hey, now that I've helped this, let's like help the people who want to be helped kind of thing. Because YouTube's just too much now. Started to leak into my trades. It's never good. So I gotta make sure to mark off IWM over here. Okay, I gotta finish marking that off. It looks great. And then I gotta pay attention to Apple because that one's not looking great yet. It looks good, still the same. Hey, that's great, Coulter. Wait for pullback on BWXT. Did it work? I mean, I don't remember looking at this. I mean, pulled back to the 5. I don't know when we were talking about this. This must have been a long time ago. But this is great. Like, look at this. Look at this wick. Oh my God. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Do you see what the market can do? You see how I can continue to squeeze. Then you just see one day where you come into this area. What is that area? Well, that's where you broke out from, right? So it's its zone of its own. Oh god, this is so freaking cool. And you made the new high here. You pull back. Oh my gosh. Probably like this. With the availability to extend down, but I would say this because that's probably retesting something. That is just spot on. Like spot on, dude. Pull it across. Look at this. It's just the gaps in it. Oh god. Like this is such a good retest. It's insane. And then you got another one. And another one, and another one. Oh, 2 hour. 2 hour confirmed up. Kind of off all of it. This was probably hard to see. This was hard to see. This was very difficult. That part right here is difficult. Like, I'm not going to hate on you at all for because this is plain pathway down. But right when you see that 2 hour shift, you got to be like, oh, this is going to push for a new high. Oh, it already did. Now it's squeezing. So the time to buy was these guys in here, and you just hold on for dear life. And then you go above this. Oh, God, you're going to pull back again. Holy shit. Holy crap. This is great. Look for the structure now. Watch this. Imagine. If you can only imagine. That would be the craziest look I've seen for a stock in a long time. Like, if it does this, this would be crazy. But now, if it needs to come all the way back to this zone, I'm going to mark off that wick right there. And we're going to mark off the high. Okay. If it comes down into this area and goes wham, that can literally be the ramp up kind of shakeout kind of moment. I'd really look for turnaround signs here. It can break down, right? Obviously, this is how it breaks down, but you're more likely to break up from this standpoint. If you see this drop down to this level, mention it again. Okay, if you're paying attention to the stock and we ever in the next like month or 2 months see it down towards 115, say 115, put a little marker there for me, 115. Let me know. I'll take a look at this. I'm gonna leave that up. I'm gonna leave that over there. That's a cool one. Market's still doing the slow grind. PA stuff on your videos, it really makes sense. Yeah, I'm still frustrated. I can't get those out there on the course yet, but I'm gonna work on those too. Like opening up. Like, I'm sorry for no live shows at the end of the day, but this is just for my benefit, for my health for the next like month. And then we might bring it back, right? We might bring some of it back. It's just a lot for me to take on. You know, the reason I trade is so that I can live the life I want. The reason I was helping is because I like to help people. And so now it's turning into like, oh, this is bigger and it's taking away the life that I really wanted. So it's kind of, I got to find the balance is what I'm saying. Because I really enjoy it, but at the same time, I really enjoy hanging out with my girls. So I appreciate you guys, and I'll be looking for like mods and things like that eventually. So I appreciate all you guys who have been sticking around. Like, we will bring it back. I did see someone mention like, "Oh, I can't see the Rumble live stream." We're not doing it over on Rumble right now either. I'm taking a break in June. Um, taking a break as far as it goes, and then going to take my vacation, and then I'll come back reloaded and ready for July and end of June. Yeah, we'll just have a hiccup in mid-June, but I should be here for OpEx. I'll still try to put out YouTube videos during that time. I do have a laptop, right? I use a laptop for all this stuff. I use 2 gaming laptops, if you want to be exact. So I will still be able to put out some information for you guys. Just I might not have like live video for 3 or 4 days. That'll be later on. I'll let you know when that's happening. Show up every morning. Leave those notifications on. Why'd it go up so high? No sellers. Like, remember, so it's so hard to explain why, Noah. It is so hard to explain why. When you've seen, I think it's more a time and market kind of thing at this point. If you've looked at markets long enough to know this type of situation, if you looked at 2020, if you looked at moments in 2022, if you looked at those type of things and you saw them over and over and over and you played them in your head and you even tried to trade them, and then you see this reminds you of that. And so this is that slow grinding. And we mentioned, right? This was mentioned days ago. right? Down in these type of, once this was made, I was like, we could just literally slow grind it like this the whole way up if we wanted to. That's, in my mind, I think that's easier to explain to someone who's watched markets for 10 years, 5 years, like seen this stuff before, seen these situations before. The way to explain it is really the best way to explain it is you are seeing irrational things, which means you are squeezing, which means you can see that slow dragging up with some liquidity grabs down. It pretty much means you're going to squeeze higher, see a little elevator down, and then squeeze higher. Either that, or you're just going to do this and literally like, and you're going to see your MACD start to turn and show that squeeze type look. That's like the two most likely situations here are liquidity grabs lower, like quick ones, or that constant squeeze. That's why I'm confused why people are like shorting into oblivion right now. You're not seeing anything short worthy. Exactly, Mr. Joshua. You know, apparently she's been calling for me a lot over at Abu's house. She's wondering where I am all the time. And that's like the reason I did this too, especially with my kid. I was like, the marketing job, I literally could work for 10 hours a week. I had to stop doing that because YouTube grew. I just had a couple of clients, man. That's all you need. Like it's just smart. Utilize a little bit of your time to make just money, like no risk. Just make money based on your skills as a human being that aren't related to stocks. It's a very good idea, even 10 hours a week, guys. You can build up a nice cash like thing at the side in case something bad happens if you do that. Just literally, if you have an extra 10 hours a week, find a way to make money during that 10 hours. I'm just being, this is just life advice right now, man. Like, I'm not saying to the point where you're just dead beat and tired, but if you find yourself playing 3 hours of video games a night, every night, use one of those hours, 2 of those hours to try to make money instead. Just while you're young, it'll be great. I wish someone told me that when I was 18 years old, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I had to learn that kind of the hard way when I was like 26 to 28. So, yeah, you want to be doing that, or else you can be like me and lose your whole business and have to start all over. You don't want to do that. Trust me. That was assuming too much risk. Yeah, I like that, Mike. I think that's a great way to put it. Keep my eye on things. IWM, looking at that, let's look at it on the 30-minute scale. It looks fantastic. I will give you the potential retest for IWM if you'd like. We can go watch it for a bit if you guys are dry with the SPY. We can watch this. We don't have our little zones up right now, but this is a little zone, right? If you guys wanted to, like if you want to do you guys want to do 30-minute price action? Like 30-minute block price action, all of it mixed together a little bit. We'll use indicator. We'll use all our skills. Yeah, okay. We'll do it for a little bit. I got a little bit more time. So if I'm looking at this on the 30-minute, what am I acknowledging right now? Well, we went down, right? But then we dramatically beat this high to the point where we took out a whole block of sellers. That's a very good thing. You always want to do this, okay? When you're going down, point out where the sellers are and just draw it. Just go, okay, there's sellers here, there's sellers here, and there's sellers here. So then you know where those are at. And then you just go, okay, how many of those sellers did we beat? 1, 2. We beat 2 of those sellers. So if we pull back here, these are going to be buyers. Where would they show up? Well, buyers would show up here or here. They didn't show up here, so that we reject. We had lower. And then they show up down there, right? We can really understand this by just thinking critically and being like, okay, where are the sellers? How many of those sellers did we take out? We took out the bulk of them. So you're relying on these sellers now to really ramp things up for the downside. That's very unlikely. You took out these highs. So you're in a new high. You've dictated a new low. And now you're making a new high right now. So is this bullish or bearish right now? According to price action. It's bullish, buddy. Holy crap, it's bullish. is bullish, right? You're in a bullish sequence here. Now, what you're trying to figure out is this just going to be like, and flop? Or is it going to show you that it wants to go higher? Show you it wants to go higher. Right now, it's showing you it wants to go higher right now. So if you get a retest right now, are you bummed? No. That's perfectly fine, right? So how can we make this a little bit more clear? Well, let's use our block resistances, right? Let's use our blocks. I gotta take a look here for a sec. It's right there. So what you're trying to do with these blocks is you want to mark off the top. I always like to mark off the top. When you're looking down here, you're trying to find kind of like where it makes the most sense to you. It can be based on you. These zones don't have to be an end-all be-all, right? But you want to see like, okay, we weren't able to close below here. We saw one hiccup through there that we caught ourselves really fast. We have one wick down here, and we have one wick right here. And when we fully flush through that, we didn't see a buy come in, wham, to the downside, okay? So this is why this area is important. And if you look across, you can see rejection, 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 almost, so close. So we're pretty much in that area. So that's how really I like to make my zones, and I'll explain it better. In the video, it's explained a little bit slower. But what you'll notice here is now you just want to peek your head up here to get a chance for this 30-minute, right? What you don't want to see from here is this into this into this. You don't want to see that, all right? So what do you want to see? Well, you want this to either continue the uptrend just with some retests. You don't want the 30 minutes to roll here, in my opinion. You just want these as retests. Unless you go make a new high, then you can get the 30-minute to roll to go find those buyers to go higher. This is the pathway higher. All right, this is how it happens. Now, you can chop, right? We can chop during these times, but most likely if you break to that high, it's just going to try to grab something and go. That's how I would see it for IWM. That's how I'm planning the trade. I think that IWM will pull back, do those little retests and get to something like 1212. Then we will see something dramatic that a lot of people will see as bearish, and it'll just whip back up to the upside, because this push right now would just be your 2-hour move. And if you do a little 30-minute pullback and the 2-hour doesn't even cross, the 2-hour can just continue that move, and you can see this 2-hour just go boom, right? This is where a squeeze can really happen. So I'm watching it. Nothing about this is bearish now. And now you've crossed through that center point, which is a good sign. So there you go. That's pretty much how we look at it, right? That's how we look at it. And then we just go, okay, so I need to see a lower high on the 30-minute. That lower high could look like this, right? 1, 2, 3, wick down, wicks back up, come up to this type of level, right? We do something like this, goes up higher, right? Then you kind of see it drop down, and it says, yeah, we're going to go, but we had to drop down pretty deep. And then it goes up, and you see like the seller in here just able to clamp down on it. You see a new low. That's when you start going, oh, this isn't going to be up anymore. This is going down. And you want to find where it's going down to. But I don't think you're at risk of that yet. I just don't. I think your direction is up. I think the SPY agrees, Q agrees, IWM agrees, VIX agrees, VIX 2-hour agrees, VIX daily is starting to agree. It's like VIX 9-day is a little further from agreeing, but the 2-hour is agreeing, going negative. The 30-minute is saying, hey, we're still making divergence, so this is what you watch out for today. A higher low, not divergence. Sorry about that. It's very nice. I did see someone earlier mention AMC. This is not what you want to see for AMC. All right, you can just look at this block and see, are we getting the behavior we wanted to see? Like, if you wanted an example of what IWM shouldn't do, it's AMC right now. Okay? If you want an example of what IWM should not do, it should not go up past this, say, yeah, we're going, and then break down below this, start to use this as rejection, and fall down. This is the exact thing you don't want to see from IWM. The good part for AMC is it hasn't seen a flush here to break through these to say we're going to $3, or at least the trend line, right? You haven't seen the flush yet. I think you're going to, personally. I think the 2 hour is going to flush down to this level, and this is where you're hoping for the market to be able to hold up, or for AMC to be able to hold up in some way. I think you're hoping at this point. I think at that point, you're looking at this daily, and this is a thick red bar. It's just not going to look pretty. And if you start to lose trend, you're looking at $3. So am I like the most bullish on AMC right now? I'm leaving it available for a 2 hour swing trade. But once that 2 hour swing trade starts to look like it's bad, I'm not going to be holding on to that anymore. I hope AMC does better. I really do. It's just this 30-minute needs to go now, or else you're just going to go, look, we open the pathway lower, we roll, then we roll. Then here, you better stop rolling. You better see a new high and a higher low, or else you're going down here. Am I selling AMC? No, I don't sell it. I don't sell this stock. This is a long-term thing. I'm just going to hold on to it forever and just be like, hey, if it ever happens, it happens. This is nice, though. See, this shows you the behavior you don't want to see. You don't want to see that, right? We can see that from here, we would not want to see what? You would not want to see that. That's what AMC is doing right now. That is not what you want to see. Just want to keep saying it. You do not. You want to see that go up. And go up, 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 up. Tesla, how we doing? Oh, God, Tesla, you're so close, dude. Just freaking show the new high, bro. It does have buyers beneath it to hold it up. They're right at this dotted line. Literally right here. What is that? About 343.50. There's still buyers there. You just would like it to peak up first, then go grab them, then rip. NVIDIA, is it showing? Yeah, buyers here for NVIDIA as well. Could be as bad as 135.84 or the wick. So these are the three levels. You're hoping it's more bullish, especially since this is technically would be somewhat of a lower high. You would really want that to just be like, no, we're making a higher low and we're going. I don't think you want to pull back much further than that that wick right here, though. I think that starts to get risky. Oakland said something about HIMS. Let's go look at HIMS again. What are you trying to do over here with this one? Let me read this. Look at HIMS, it dumped, but I think it's a liquidity grab and they squeeze it tomorrow into the end of the week. There's no earnings play here, right? No, earnings was before. What the hell? I mean, this looks like it wanted to go well higher. These are those like little fair values. You have a lot of selling pressure here. You have like a lot of selling pressure here, but the question that you're asking is pretty much this happening right now? Is this just, you know, like this, right? Is this part happening right now, right? That's what you're asking, I would assume. It's just very aggressively fast, right? This is very, very quick. But I would say this, if you were bullish here, I think you'd have to still lean with bulls here. I know that that's a huge downward thing. That might be a big-ass sell, too, by the way. So I'm not 100% on this, but I would more so just be inclined to be like, if this is some kind of trap, then the 2 hour is going to confirm down. If I actually want to take this opportunity, I would wait, personally. I would wait, because most likely in these type of moves, you will see some kind of like, oh, dead cat bounce type move, like just a tiny one even. It could be up to here, though. You literally could go wham, see that reaction up real quick, and then wham it down again. The area I really like here, it might be around this white line. 55.16. 55.16. If you are not seeing bounces from 55.16 at all for at least the retest move, like this is where people will jump in my opinion. Like right here. And look at the 5 days there as well. I actually kind of agree with you. I think potentially the risk reward is still there. But as you're seeing, you skip a lot of the moves. You're seeing your downward move now. So pay attention to if the 2 hour rolls, that would be too risky. If the 30-minute can just confirm back up here, I think I would try for it. Even though I think you're going to spend some time down here. Because this could be something fishy. The other easy thing about hymns to do right now to decide on, like if you're not someone who's paid attention to this a lot and you're like, oh, I want to take a play because it could probably rip. The best thing to do as a trader who is just now seeing this move for hymns just now is potentially to just sit and wait. Like don't even, like it's potentially trade something else. This is going to be a super hard read. This is going to be like some kind of daily going up, daily retest happening. The potential for 4 hour divergences and things like that are there. The 4 hour's not able to confirm back up yet. Like 2 hour looks like it could still roll and go negative. This is going to be a very hard one to pull off and be very confident on, unless you're a seasoned trader who just understands risk. So what I would say is, as far as understanding risk, is being like, hey, I don't really want to fool around deep in this zone. If I see this come down into this middle, I can take that opportunity and I will just say, I will sell if we come out of this zone. I would mark off like something like $53 and just say $53 is where it starts to get really risky. So I think potential here, I would at least wait for the 30-minute to roll up or see if it gets down to this and then you risk reward. And you can even put a stop right here or here. And then say my reward is going to be a test of these guys. So it's kind of like from this type of level, it's kind of like risk, reward. But that's going to be a hard one, dude. That might take its time in here. That's what I'm saying. Like being patient with these ones is usually the better move. I don't think it's going to do what you think, right? I don't think it's going to go, what? Wham, 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 wham. Can, but can I trade that? That's the question. That's a tough read. That's a tough read. I think it still looks good, but man. I think they showed pathway higher for sure. So if no pathway lower opens and you see something curl up, I think it's potential. Intel. And then I might have to hop off after this, guys. I mean, you're starting to do what you need to do to go higher. You're right in the peak of those sellers. Your pathway actually up can start right here. Your pathway up can start right here. Where are you going to retest? If you're able to break through, see if it breaks through. Because what you're very likely to do is retest, right? Look for a wick down, right? Especially if you break through this, you look for this kind of thing down to say, okay, now I'm in. And then we can see if we start that uptrend. The 30-minute is trying to go positive here, but it's overbought. So this most likely will need to pull down at some point. You most likely will see, if it's going to continue, you most likely will see a nice little rounded out kind of move like this. This is where I would look for that opportunity. As far as the 30-minute stands, technicals, divergence on MACD kind of spread out. So you look on the 2 hour and see if it's there. 2 hour has divergence for the MACD. RSI doesn't really have it, so expect a retest. So if you're not looking for that little retest or anything like this on the 30-minute, your 2 hour is suggesting the level that it wants to try to test and get past are these highs at 2066. If you can get through 2066, you can see, oh, we go higher. We pull down on that 30-minute now, and we go like boom, boom, boom. And this will be a quick one. Like this will be, it won't shape up like this. It should be a quicker one than that. It should look like this. It should look something like this. Like literally that right here. It'll be that quick. It won't even turn down a 2 hour chart. That's what you would like to see. And then you just continue upside. And you do what? You turn around the daily chart. You turn around the daily chart here. This is a great price now for Intel on the daily. Like daily scale wise, this is great. What you really want here is just the daily to confirm up. And this will be the big move. If the daily can confirm up here and you can get above this high, it's going to make its way all the way up to here. You know, with some availability to reject from about 2464, great little level to watch here. 2464, very important. If you just see like, boom, you kind of like take your time to get there and you see little divergence pop up here. As this goes positive, you just see something like this. That's where you watch out. I think you're more likely to see a mega move here. Now, I say that and people take crazy options. I'm not going to take this play. I don't think like option wise is good. I'm talking about investing wise for the next like few months. It looks like it's going to be here. Like it looks like it's going to go wham, wham, right? Maybe even continue. Yeah, it might continue the move. So I like it here. I like the price. I like the look. I like everything about it. And I think we're going to look back at Intel in the next few weeks and see it above this high at the least. I think we'll see a break above $22.90, $23. Oh, boy. All right, IWM still kicking. Apple trying to get moving. Things look good. Hopefully you guys had a good time today. I will be putting out a YouTube video later tonight, and we will be live in the morning to talk more about what's going on here. Patreon members, make sure to always have your notifications on in case I put out a little Patreon video. But right now we're just squeezing to the upside, potentially looking for retests. This is very, very squeeze-like already, if you can't tell. All right, guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. It's raining out, so I'm going to go spend some time with Mama upstairs while baby girl sleeps, and then we're going to go maybe get some hot chocolate or something like that. So thank you guys. Have a great rest of your day. I look forward to seeing you guys in the morning and in tonight's YouTube video. Peace. GG's. GG's.